Christmas and holiday traditions are unique across the world, and sometimes even from family to family they can change. Today, we want to get into the Christmas spirit, or lo spirito natalizio, if you're in Italy, by exploring some Italian traditions, specifically those of Piedmont, where I have actually lived and worked for over 10 years now. Hi there, I'm Jacqueline for Vero, where we go around the world searching out wild and scarce wines to offer unique flavors to consumers, businesses, and distributors across the US. Now, Christmas, or Natale, traditions in Italy are varied. Some are common to all up and down the peninsula, and others are unique to this area here in Piedmont. Italy, in and of itself, is famous for its culinary traditions, and Piedmont, in the northwest of the boot, is itself a mecca for foodies, with things like chocolates, truffles, wine, and so many other famous foodstuffs, from produce, cheeses, and even beef, being of very high quality from this area. Of course, nowhere is more true about this than in the gourmet heart of the region, Alba. Alba is where I have lived for going on 13 years now, and I've worked for 10 of those years in a local family-owned trattoria restaurant. I was lucky to get to be a part of this family and see just how the true Piemontese and Italians celebrate the holiday season. Because for Italians and the Piemontese, it really is a season, with multiple holidays or feste occurring during the period that will typically run from December 8th, the Feast of the Immaculate Conception, to January 6th, or the Epiphany, with December 8th being the traditional start of the season where trees are decorated, lights go up, and the 6th of January, well, as the Italians say, l'Epifania tutte le feste si porta via, or literally, with the Epiphany, the holidays are taken away. So this means 6th of January, it all gets packed up and we move on with our year. But during this holiday time, the Christmas festivities and traditions will unfold themselves with a lot of things that we as Americans will recognize, like sparkling trees, bright lights, nativity scenes, and lots of good food. Of course, the jovial face of Santa Claus, or Babbo Natale, will often be seen in conjunction alongside the Befana, a witch. The Befana will come around on the Epiphany, January 6th, and will fill children's stockings with toys and candy if they've been good. That's right. For Italians, Santa will not fill their stockings, and they won't be there to open Christmas morning. Rather, the stockings are a part of the holiday tradition that comes into play at the end of the season, with the Befana, who delivers the toys and candies on January 6th. So these stockings become part of the holiday traditions thanks to the Befana, who will deliver candy and toys to the good children and coal to the bad children, not on Christmas Eve, but on January 6th, as kind of closing out the holiday season. Other holiday traditions that might seem familiar from social media are things like Christmas markets. They are often held in main squares of cities, and stands or wooden cabins are set up with lots of local artisan goods like soaps or crafts, and there will be mulled wine and roasted chestnuts and other local delicacies to enjoy snacking on. Other important traditions, is at least to the religious sector of the Italians, is that of the midnight mass. After dinner on Christmas Eve, or the Vigilia di Natale, worshippers will gather in their local church at midnight for a special service and mass to celebrate the birth of Christ. But the star of the show of any holiday tradition is really the Christmas Day feast. Here in Piedmont, it's common to have it at lunch, and a common main course is not roast beast, but rather capone. Capone is a rooster, boiled for hours and hours until it is tender and falling apart. The meat will be served alongside Piemontese sauce staples, bagnette verde and bagnette rousse, made with parsley or tomatoes, and the delicious broth that will be used to make plin in brodo, or rather, traditional small pinched ravioli that are boiled in the broth to be eaten like a soup. Other common foods we see at Christmas time are cotechino and lenticchie, where cotechino are a type of small squat sausages, and they're served alongside lentils, which bring prosperity and good luck. Of course, desserts as well are abound, where you see lots of cookies and also other sweet treats like nougat or chocolates. But really, the star of the dessert show will be the sweet breads that come out like panettone, with candied fruits, nuts, and raisins. The panettone will battle against other treats like pandoro, which is just a soft, fluffy, buttery, bready goodness covered in powdered sugar. So what do you think of these different family traditions and foods? Any of them that you're going to be adding to your holiday celebrations? Let us know in the comments below. As well, if you liked these Italian and Piemontese traditions, you should definitely check out the blog article that I will link below, where we look more in depth at a few different regions and traditions across Italy. I didn't talk much about those here, but while you're there, you should also sign up to the Vero newsletter on verovino.com, where you will never miss any more great content like this. And thank you for joining me today. Leave a like below and subscribe to YouTube if you liked this video. And you know, it's very common here in Piedmont to enjoy our panettone with a glass of sweet Moscato d'Asti. And you can learn more about that wine in this video here. I'll see you over there. Buon Natale!